Hello, fellow cyborgs. I, in theory, enjoy Halloween, but in reality, it is a scaredy cat introvert's nightmare. The trick-or-treaters are horrifying in that they're complete strangers that ring the doorbell over and over again, and you're not sure how scary their costumes are gonna be when they come there. They also ask you for candy that you want to eat for yourself that cost more money than really should be legal. The movies that are festive have creepy things that give you nightmares, and it's really bloody, and what I have done in the recent years of Halloween is put a bowl of candy on my front doorstep with the sign saying, "Please be respectful of people who come after you," and I have hidden my house and watched Halloween-themed movies that are not of the horror genre. And I thought that I would share some of those spectacular movies with you so that perhaps you can spend your Halloween like the scared little introvert that I am. First up is a childhood favorite of mine, Halloweentown. This is a Disney Channel original movie, I think, from like the 90s, and it's about a family who have secret ties to this otherworldly Halloween town, and one night on Halloween, the grandkids get on a bus and travel to Halloween town where their grandmother lives and get up to all sorts of shenanigans and end up saving Halloween town. It is a fun and fluffy little movie from my childhood. It's got Debbie Reynolds in it, and it's pretty awesome, and it's just a favorite of mine. Next, also from my childhood, is Hocus Pocus. This is a fantastic movie about Salem witches and the East Coast Halloween traditions and old times. In this, there is Bette Midler playing an awesome witch with Cupid's bow lipstick. There's Sarah Jessica Parker, and then unfortunately, another lady whose name I don't remember, but she is hysterically funny. My sister and I had huge crushes on Zachary Binks, the talking cat. There's also a zombie in there, as well as dark magic, creepy spell books. This is a fun romp of an adventure, really well done. Not scary, but it's witches and Halloween and so worth checking out. Next is Coraline. This is one of my favorite movies of all time, not just Halloween themed. Coraline is awesome. She has blue hair and she's imaginative and her name is beautiful and amazing. It is visually spectacular. This movie is wonderful. It is an adaptation of Neil Gaiman's children's book Coraline. However, I love this movie adaptation more than I did the original story. It's much more fleshed out, much more geared toward a general audience. Highly well done. So good. Also, I'm just going to mention really briefly some other stop motion animation movies that are perfect for this time of year would be Corpse Bride and The Nightmare Before Christmas. So those are some awesome ones to choose if you want whimsical, beautiful, and a little spooky, but not daunting. Now, these are technically in the horror genre, but they're not really scary. These are the Scream movies. They're technically more like suspense thrillers, but there are some bloody gore shots. Well, not gore per se, but there's blood, and it's like the high fructose corn syrup sort of blood. I really enjoy these movies. I think the mystery of it is really interesting, and that's kind of the bulk of what the scenes are. There are some chasey, scary knife scenes, but there's not any really creepy monsters. As I said, there's not any really visceral gore in there. Well done acting, got some comedy in there as well. I would highly recommend these to tiptoe into the horror movie genre if you just never go there at all. Then we have the Harry Potter movies. Last year, my roommate and I spent the entire month watching all 8. I was going to say 7, but there's 8. All 8 of those. Witches and wizards, dragons, werewolves, these are all things that hover around the Halloween world, and these movies are highly entertaining, so why not give them a watch at this time of year, especially, as I say, you don't like the gore, you don't like the scary. Then going to classic horror films, we have The Mummy with Boris Karloff. I have not seen the original Bela Lugosi Dracula. I have seen The Wolfman once, and this Mummy is in with that whole time period and those collection of movies. This is awesome. It takes place in the past, I believe it's in the 1930s, when the love of ancient Egyptian artwork and style was in its heyday because they were first discovering and excavating the tombs at that time. This is a movie that if you haven't seen it already, you need to check it out, especially this time of year. Next is another old-timey movie. This is the Ghost and Mrs Muir. This is a lovely Victorian ghost story. It's actually based off of a novel. I will link that down below, which I have read, though I enjoyed the movie, I think a little bit more, but I haven't read it in quite a long time. This story is about a newly widowed woman who moves into a house in a seaside village, and it's the only house she can afford. That is the kind of house that she wants, and it's because it is horrendously haunted by the ghost of its former owner, a seaman, a ship captain, who has a lot of attitude. Eventually, though, they become amiable in their relationship with one another in the house. It is so sweet, quite a bit romantic, and woohoo, ghosts. So it works in this list. This video was just a perfect excuse to tell you to go watch it. I will tell you as many times as I possibly can to go watch that movie. Go watch it. And then finally, I'm going to recommend Jurassic Park and the other movies in that world that you think are worth your time. Dinosaurs, the running and the screaming and the little bit of blood. Why not have it be a Halloween movie? It's traditionally an action movie, kind of like science fiction in essence, because the technology is not here at this time. It's based off of novels by Michael Crichton. And if you haven't seen it, I mean, guys, Jurassic Park. My roommate hasn't seen it. I'm going to fix that because Jurassic Park is amazing. And as I said, it's not too scary and it's not too actiony. It's just... It's so good. It's so good. And why not use Halloween as an excuse to watch it again? You shouldn't need an excuse, but some people do. This is a perfect one. Go watch the dinosaurs. Watch the awesome. So there you go. I will probably be watching a selection, if not all of these movies coming up to Halloween. I hope that if you haven't checked out some of these, that you do and enjoy the heckadoodles out of it. Please tell me in the comments down below what Halloween traditions you have. Have they evolved over the years? And do you hide like I do? Let me know if I am in fact not alone in my fear of trick-or-treaters and masks and people taking my candy. I would really love to feel not alone. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a fun and safe Halloween, and until next time, continue to be lovely.